I'm working on my goals, and I might actually just do the goals with you on this call, aka this YouTube video. So I want to swim this week, and I think I'm actually going to. I put it on my calendar. Let me just write down swim again to ingrain it into my noggin. I want to swim. I got goggles. I have a bathing suit. It's gonna happen. I want to sleep better. I want to use all my muscles. I like how you can just go as hard as you can without fear of getting hurt, but you're still engaging all these different muscles. And of course, maybe you should warm up and stuff, but it seems like just more like go for it than lifting weights. You have to just pay attention more, go slower, make sure that you're engaging certain things. So yeah. I was gonna say something else. Okay. Per usual, let's just start with 3 deep breaths. And a quick reminder to myself that I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. And like, I was thinking that if I talk about or think through my goals, I'm like, is that something I should be talking about or that people want to see? But listen, if you want to see, you'll watch it. If you don't, you won't. So this is very much for me. And if you want to see, it's also for you. If you don't, then maybe it's not for you and you can scroll past. Although this is YouTube, so you can click away, click out, click forward, whatever you want to do. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to take my time and maybe pause and think, because per usual, I don't have ideas, but I'm also not like bursting at the seams with like things I want to say and do. I feel pretty calm. I had acupuncture yesterday. I feel good from that. I also made a bunch of frozen burritos this weekend, and I just made one in the air fryer. Chef's kiss. Amazing. I usually don't like eggs reheated or just like in advance, like egg bites. Not my thing to make in whatever. I haven't found a way to make them appealing to me after the first day, but these burritos are freaking amazing, and they have a lot of eggs in them and a lot of other good stuff, and it's from a YouTube video that I made them. So really excited about that. Really excited about my air fryer. This week I've been making really good food. There's a bug. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of things done this week, like an oil change, fixed my shower door, had someone come and help with that, garbage disposal. I think I clogged it because of too many lemons down there or something. So my brother helped me fix that, or to unclog that. This is a brain dump. Let's see. I've been lifting. I've been liking lifting every day during the weekday. Have I done that 5 times? No, I don't think so, but like I'm going to lift today for the 3rd day in a row, and I do want to Thursday too, and swim. Friday I won't, but in general, enjoying taking the weekends off and lifting, I guess, 4 times during the week. I'm having that as like part of the routine. Ew. I have one little bug. Luckily, I have not seen spiders recently in my house. So that's really good. Maybe I finally got them all. That's unlikely, but I did see a tiny one recently, but yeah. All right. What do I want to talk about? And how do I want my setup to be? This is making me wish I did have a microphone stand. I might have to look into one. I had a really good green juice this morning too. There were so many good things in it. I haven't been feeling like eating that many vegetables, like a kale salad like I did last week. So green juice is good for some nutrients and some greens. Also the burrito, because there are a lot of tiny little vegetables in there, so I don't even know, like it feels very egg and potato, but there's a lot of peppers and onions in there too. Just very, very, very small. So I like that. By the way, I've been feeling a little bit unmotivated and uninspired. I did an artist date yesterday though, and I'm here just showing up. I just want to put something out there, put in the reps, blah, 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 because like the morning pages, you never know what's going to come out of it. All right, I'm really excited to get I'm going to need to get a thing. Ew. This is really bothering me. I might need to put this down and clap it. Yeah, I would love a stand actually. I think may as well get one for the table. May as well. Honestly, I think I might do that, and sooner than not. All right. I've been thinking about getting an iPad. I just want an iPad to doodle sometimes, so I'm probably not going to get one for a year or more. I lost my Ray-Bans, which was so sad. And so I'm on the lookout for a brand like Ray-Bans, but I need legit protection, like dark brown lenses is my favorite. Like even the black, just like the glare from the sun bothers me so much. And so my friend recommended another brand I might get, but Ray-Bans I know is perfect, so we'll see what I do. I looked at my finances this morning and I feel pretty good about them, honestly. Better than I thought, because yeah, just looking at them is really helpful. I always forget, like I could cut out as much of this as I want to if I pause for 5 minutes. That would be fine. Do you guys like those question games? I have some of those, like dating or friendship cards that my friend brought over. And that's a lie. Somebody I'm dating brought over. And I really like them. And I've always wanted some, like those conversation starters, but I haven't gotten them before. But they're fun. We're not really strangers is one of the card decks that I've heard good things about. This one is called Best Self. I'm like looking at them right now. I've been doing a decent job of cleaning. I feel like, I don't know, whatever. This is a real couch talk. Come hang out with me as I just straight up chill. I'm excited because I have plans with my friend on the 4th of July. And yeah, I never really want to do anything crazy. Like I'm not I just want to chill, to be honest. And with like one person or a few people, or like one person I hang out with in the morning, someone else in the evening. So one of my best friends, I'm going to hang out with her. And I'm excited and I'm like happy to have that plan. Like what I realized from the last weekend is, and by the last weekend I mean Memorial Day, is that I just need one little fun thing to do and to say when people are like, what are you doing this weekend? So now I can just say, I'm hanging out with my friend. That's the only plan I have. Did I already say this in another video? Like, doing nothing with nobody is what was running in my head, like, for the past few months. there have been a lot of times where I'm doing nothing with nobody. I think I actually wrote this down in a newsletter because I really maxed out my yapping last week. But I wrote a newsletter about this that I do want to send out. And I actually was thinking I wanted to send out a newsletter, and I was like, I don't really feel like doing that, but I could bring out my mic and talk instead. How about that? I was like, yeah. Because I've been thinking that about 2 YouTube videos a week is what feels really good for me. So I was like, might as well. It's been a few days. Let's do a quick update. Okay, so I was thinking that I do nothing with nobody, either on weekends or sometimes for an entire weekend or for evenings during the week. And then I realized last week, this is not nothing. I'm creating, I'm doing art, I'm building a freaking business, and with nobody, I'm doing it for you, for me, but I'm like doing this for anyone that might benefit, and just like, it's not for nobody. There are literally hundreds of people, tens of thousands of people that are seeing this stuff, so it's actually not for nobody. It's for more people than I've ever. Okay, I forget how I started that sentence, but it's not nothing with nobody. It's something with 30,000 people. Okay, that hurt. And that is why I need a stand. This is hard to hold. Okay, Mas. What else? There was something else on the tip of my tongue. For real though, when I have legit food in the house and a lot of stuff that I actually like bratwurst, shrimp, fried rice, these burritos, turkey burgers, dumplings, like things that I really look forward to eating, and they're basically ready or really easy to make, it's like amazing, because then I can just focus on my business. Okay, I got Flux footwear shoes, and they're awesome. I just did a fit check with this sweatshirt on, and the shoes that are amazing. I love them. They're barefoot shoes, 0 drop. I'm gonna try to get an affiliate code. We'll see. Although, yeah, I don't know. Would love to get sponsored by them or something, if I can. I'm just gonna do that for everything I buy everything I buy from this point on. Get a code, because I'm gonna want to talk about them anyway, and I want you to get them if you think you'd benefit from them. And then if you use my code, I get paid. Let's see. I want to do breath work today too. And I will. Oh yeah. And during breath work, I'll envision my dream life, my ideal life, and part of that, for example, could be my friend Casey the Dollar is her handle on things, and she sent me a TikTok from 4 years ago that she made saying, okay, I feel weird because I don't know if it's just interesting talking about my friends in such detail, but I do want to give her credit for this video. Give her a follow. Also, Power3 Financial is her TikTok and Instagram and her business and LifeWise. But, okay, so she has this video and it says, did you make $10,000 last month? Me neither. But I tell myself every night, then I made $10,000 last month. You made $10,000 last month. Like, you get in that mindset. So I made $10,000 last month. I made 10 grand last month. I made $10,000 last month from my coaching business. That's freaking amazing. And if you keep telling yourself that, or like feel that in breath work, then you will become that person that makes $10,000 a month. And then it is flowing in. So I've been thinking that with different numbers pop around, but for example, I see a $10,000 deposit coming into my checking account. And in breath work, I'm thinking many different things, but one of the things I could think, and I think I have before, is money's flowing in effortlessly. 10 grand a month. Feel that. Feel how that feels. And then once you are feeling that, and like, what would it be like to be that person? You are that person. You are that same person. And then you start thinking the thoughts that $10,000 a month person thinks, then you start taking the actions that they would make, and then next thing you know, you have $10,000 coming in a month. And it's cool seeing, like, she's many steps ahead of me, 4 years ahead of me as well. And it's cool how this stuff works. Rolling in effortlessly, and like, you're closer than you think. I'm closer than I think. And it's not about forcing it, and it's not about like, I don't know. It's that just enough delusion, you know? And if you don't believe that with the money, let's say, you're like, that's Bolshevik. I got that from something like Madagascar. Okay, so if you think that's totally, like, you just can't comprehend that for some reason, because I'm so in this world, so it's hard for me sometimes to know when I'm even being delusional or not, because that's my everyday state. Think about it this way. If you want to lose weight and you want to be, I don't know, 20 pounds, 50 pounds less than you are now, or you want to be the most healthy, lean version of yourself, if you start feeling that in breathwork, or tell yourself, like, I feel light and lean and energized, or even just go through the exercise of, like, you are that person now, you have that body now, and you really believe that. And then you start thinking, what thoughts do they have? What actions do they take? So, for example, I still do this, like, my most ideal version of myself, like the healthiest version of myself, when my friends get ube ice cream, is she thinking, this is off track, or I'm going to be so sick, or all that stuff? No, she's very flexible and like, oh my gosh, delicious. I love this. She eats what she wants from it, fully enjoys every bite. She might eat it all. She might have a few bites and be satisfied. But she's going to listen to her body and not feel guilt, for example. And this is what I'm trying to do with meal prep too. Like, my fittest, healthiest version of myself, and that feels the best, is set up for success by having meals planned for her and ready to grab most of the time, more of the time. I don't know. Then you start acting in that way. And like, what kinds of things does she buy? I don't know. I won't get it. I don't know what else right now. But this is something I've done. So basically, like, if you are acting like that person, it also is, it's like, when you are that person that's making 10 grand a month, there is a healthier version of you. They're just maintaining their lifestyle, their body, their income. And I like that idea, like, even like being in a calorie deficit versus no, this is the maintenance of my ideal self. Like, this is where she's at. And I'm not saying go right to there. Same with the money. Like, you're not going to jump right there, but you're on your way to, like, maintaining. You're practicing maintaining the life that you want. And so for my 10 grand a month girl, she's making YouTube videos twice a week. So what am I doing? I'm making a YouTube video right now. Even though, I don't know. I just am. Okay? She's posting on TikTok. She's posting Instagram stories. She's investing in herself. She's finding balance and taking some weekends off. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Remember spitballs? Like legit spitballs? You take a straw, rip it, eat it. Not that I ever did that. Have I done that? Maybe once. Who knows? Oh, I also want to talk about how I've been lower energy. I'm just not feeling motivated or inspired the last 3 days. And I say that, but then I realized today, like, I've been waking up feeling very motivated and inspired and making videos and positive about life and stuff. And so, but there have been hours in the afternoon or the evening that I don't feel that good. And so if you start feeling bad, for me, I try to get out of that black and white mindset of like, oh, I've been feeling horrible all week, to combat that and like stop that thought. I start taking note hour by hour. And not really hour by hour, but like, I like that I'm documenting here, and I did on a little video this morning of like, hey, I actually feel amazing. Last night I was doom scrolling. Didn't feel that good, but went on an artist date before then. Felt amazing. Felt amazing during the day too, and was being very productive. Like, it's easy to just paint a broad brush, be like, oh, I've been low, I've been sad, when really it's more like this. And you want it to be like a little bit more, maybe smaller waves, and be able to ride them better, but I don't know. I just want to share that energy doesn't have to be 150% all the time. And if you're feeling like you're low for so long, you're probably having moments of feeling good, or at least neutral. You're just not like paying it. You remember the negatives more. So yeah. There are certain things I don't know how much I want to share on here. So I might just leave it at that for now. But like, I think it's normal to have 3 days after a fun weekend of just like, we're ramping back up, and we're also, it's another back to baseline after exciting times. Like, we're getting back to baseline. I did my artist date. I scrolled a lot yesterday, but I just took that as an indicator light of there might be something I need to feel or rest that I need to have, and not going to judge myself. Just taking it as a note. And then, like, because I scrolled yesterday, like, how about let's pick a fun activity or class to do the next 2 days. And so I do have a plan for that. And then working our way back to also having good, meaningful time alone too, or just resting. I'm glad I got up early today though, even though I was up late scrolling. Somebody said that I looked like Maddie Klein, and I will take it. She's the girl from OBX, the show. I've been lifting heavier with my on leg day and trying to engage my core so I don't hurt my back again or hurt it more than it already is, because my lower back was hurting. But I'm really excited to be doing legs. Today though, I want to do arms. Do you ever do this exercise? This is one mobility thing I've been working on and doing. You just like put it out to the side, 90 degrees up and down as far as you can. My mobility and stretching is like not that good. I'm a yoga teacher, but like the least flexible person. I did get a lot more flexible teaching, but still nothing crazy. Like more flexible as in I could go into malasana, the yogi squat. But yeah, nothing crazy. And like this, the mobility is just not there, which is why I like working it in to my workouts. Like I do a warm-up stretch and ending stretch, and I like working on little mobility things like that. And I would like to be extremely mobile, or just, more, because they say that if you're older and you feel like you feel older and your body hurts more and stuff, it's because you're less mobile is one of the reasons. Like you're just not moving your body in all the ways that it could be, and all the tiny little muscles and stretching and stuff. So yeah, although I'll say like I hate mobility classes. They're so hard. Mobility is no joke. It's kind of like physical therapy, because it's like all these, it's just uncomfortable. Like even this is a little bit uncomfortable and hard to do. I feel pretty good overall. I feel like I'm just lower energy today, but like I'm really enjoying it. So in doing YouTube, sometimes I'm like overflowing and exploding with like things to say, high energy, like so much I'm singing, dancing, whatever. Sometimes I'm so low energy and like I'm not enjoying it at all. But I do it. That was kind of like the money episode. And then sometimes I'm low, but I do enjoy talking about it because it's kind of cathartic. Now, today, I feel just like pretty neutral. Lower energy, but like I feel good and I'm like glad and happy to be here. I just feel pretty calm. Calm and relaxed. I'm glad that I have therapy in general, by the way. I love having like therapists and coaches, acupuncture, like stuff like that because and friends who just know you and they can reflect back things that you've said before, or just they notice patterns over time and stuff. I'm a huge sharer, by the way, like obviously, and sometimes it's fun to get the feedback from other people of like, just little observations and stuff that you might not realize alone. Outside perspective. It's been so nice out this year. Many years it's been like very cloudy, including on the 4th of July. It's going to be the nicest weather ever this year. It's very summer coated, warm, bright, summery. You know what? I'm probably going to edit out a lot of these pauses because I'm pausing for a long time. Some people think that these are a little bit rambly, unstructured, all that kind of stuff. And what they don't realize is That's actually the point. So, thank you for noticing. We're here unstructured, unfiltered, not a thought that goes into it before. Just showing up as I am. Just like if you ran into me on the street or if you were sitting on my couch. I think it's confidence building to know that you know the whole picture. And people who follow along and see everything everywhere might have more of a full picture too, but if somebody just dropped in here, they might not understand it. I listened to the Girls Gotta Eat podcast, and I used to hate the beginning of it because they just chat about they just chat about their life. Like, this is not what I want to hear. But now I'm so into it and so invested in them as people and their lives, and I really love hearing about their lives and the updates and everything. So that's kind of like this, I guess. The mic is the best because I can go so far away and just chill. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I'm excited about these shoes. They're awesome. Not feeling the need to get any furniture or decorations, which is great. And yeah, I want an iPad, but not soon. Maybe I'll bring my goals over and talk about them for the last few minutos that we have together. So I have my goals up over here on a little laptop. So I am revamping my goals because I hit so many of them in 2025 already. And some of them it's just not that big of a priority anymore. So yeah, like, okay, early 2025, I had certain goals that I already hit, like to do the artist way for 12 weeks and one artist date by myself, the morning pages, and I am doing those, and I want to continue to do them, by the way. Well, yeah, the artist date and the morning pages, I for sure want to keep doing. Let me add those to my new list. All right, listen to this. With dating, and some of it still applies, but I said I want to figure out what's anxious attachment versus normal anxiety and how to self-soothe and not freak out over getting text back. My goodness. Jeez. Now I'm like, those were not good relationships if I was freaking out about text back. But it's hard to see in the moment. And I could be there again, but I hope not. I hope I remember. And it should be easier than that. But I do still want to work on like sitting with discomfort in general. And self-soothing and just like being okay alone, whether that's away from friends, family, or dating. I was having like 2 friends over for dinner a month, but to be honest, I don't want to do that anymore. I just don't. I went to Arches. I did a personal stylist. My goal was to make $1 with something other than my salary job. I did that to post one YouTube video to have 100 subscribers. And I do everywhere. Well, I do on TikTok. I'm 6 away on Instagram and farther on YouTube, but getting there. Getting more. Oh yeah, I had physical therapy goals, but I don't need to do those as often anymore. I had some decoration stuff and just growing in my ability to handle projects independently and feel capable in my space, which I do. Dance more, but I have been doing that. See the sunset. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. And, oh, interesting. My priorities were personal development, then health, then business. But now my priorities are health, business, relationships. So, what do I want to do? I don't know if I'm that ready to talk about this, actually, but let's see. I I don't think I'm ready yet, but I do want to, I guess, health and wellness, like going to continue lifting. I want to do outdoor stuff like volleyball and swim. I want to be intentional and flexible when out with friends and social eating. Wear sunscreen daily, walk daily, meal prep. We'll keep 100 subscribers on YouTube as a goal. Home life, I want to reset my home for 10 minutes daily at least. Yeah. Post daily. YouTube every week. Well on the way to 1,000 TikToks and Instagram posts. Yeah. I think that's all I want to share right now, actually, with this. And I'm feeling kind of tired. So, let's just wrap this up and get it out the door. Why don't we? Is there anything else that I would like to talk about? Let's see, on my notes. I've been trying to thank my body for things this week, so thank you for working. Thank you for this brain that allows me to think and articulate and grow, articulate thoughts and speak and grow and walk. The other day I went to a swap meet and I got really overstimulated, by the way, and I know I need to work on that, but I cried because there was just so much stuff and so much going on. And that is just one of many examples of when I cried this week, just for 2 minutes or 1 minute, but legit tears. And I just did a video on acupuncture, I feeling good today, and I did a video on acupuncture, and just when you're close to tears, it's probably because your tension is high or something. I don't know what it was, because usually when my tension is high and I'm close to crying, I'll cry and have breakdowns. Cry, because I'm overwhelmed or frustrated or something. But lately it's been more feeling. Well, I guess that was overwhelmed, the swap meet one, but I've also had cries that are for good reasons this past week. But I think acupuncture probably helps build up my foundation so I'm not as easily swayed. It's just an observation, just a sign that I'm noticing of something. And not a bad thing. It's just I'm not like that all the time. And when I am, I'm is there a way I could be supporting myself more? Acupuncture is one of them. I do want to read War of Art or something like that, but I'm not in the reading mood. To post later. Okay. That's it. Oh yeah, myths about being a content creator. I do want to write a post on that sometime, and I do have half the post written right now. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. I think I'm basically done. Oh boy. I went on Reddit and it's depressing. Okay, anyway, thanks for hanging out with me on my couch. It's going to be a great day. Love you. Thank you for being here. And I'll talk to you so soon.